Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Quattro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement, and it is a happy Thursday morning. Why is it a happy Thursday morning? It is a happy Thursday morning because the front end of agproject.io is working right now for minting and the Evil Mint. It was offline for the first few days. I believe we had some problems with one of the services we use, and so I went in and I asked some people for help. And I believe either the stuff I did with a service called Railway worked, which I doubt. I don't think that I fixed it, but I think I fixed enough stuff for one of our devs to go in because they said they would take a look at it. And here it is. It's working today. So we'll go through that. I actually tried an Evil Mint before I went live, and now live on stream, I want to buy some dark and try to mint it. We have just 5 days left. This may be a very, very small minting window. Usually it's 11 days, but 6 of those front side goes down. So it seemed as though people either got their minting done before the deployment crash that speaks to the database and the website and the blockchain, or they were writing directly to the contract. You can actually write directly to the contract, which is great if you know how. But very few people know how to write directly to the contract. It gives some people still a very distinct advantage, we'll just say. And so, yeah, unless there's a lot of people don't know how to stake and unstake their hex without a front end, myself included. I don't know how to directly write or figure out how to stake and unstake if all the front ends were down. I would figure it out, hopefully, if I had to. But other than that, the front side, the website is working again. The front end that makes the user-friendly version of it. And so we'll just go through that. We'll go through some charts. I've been pretty busy with work and just listened to a lot of Your Friend Somni, basically. He's a badass. I like the stuff that he delivers. I like some of the macro correlations that he makes and some of the charts that I've never even thought about or looked at. He does a great job of bringing out. Shout out here to Believe in Yourself. Hello, Max and crew. Hello, Space Cult. I really do appreciate your guys' patience with everything. I was doing pretty good keeping up with most things that are non-streaming until I picked up a job, and then it's been kind of hard to find the time and energy and resources to meet with the team, continue improving the website, which we definitely still have on the roadmap, and talk about the next phase of this game, which I'm just going to say Minters win. That's all I'm going to say is Minters win. That's all you got to know. Minters win. Yeah. Then, of course, like mailing out the stickers and stuff, keeping up with the leaderboard, those things. And also the Pink Miss Well deal has been difficult too, because we've been trying to find a good way to bulk send NFTs on Pulse Chain. And so far it's been kind of a headache. So we'll look into that and get a lot of people that are participating in Pink Miss Well deal to get some of the older NFTs that you can no longer mint. They're limited. Every minting window is limited after it ends, including this one in 5 days. And so if somebody wants a Journey 11 NFT after 5 days, they're going to have to buy it off the market or make a deal with the mystery box. So here's to everyone playing the game and for joining us on this lovely Thursday morning. Hope you got your coffee or something strong enough to boost you out of bed. like I said, I'm the one thing I've been looking forward to all week, besides obviously getting the website back up and running, is Drive to Survive. F1 series is dropping tomorrow night, and so we'll be binge watching that, I'm sure, before the season starts. Maybe we'll do a stream with some of the other F1 fans in the community. But other than that, no, I just wanted to try and reach out to whoever we could for help. And Believe in Yourself says vroom vroom. And maybe we'll figure out a way where this is more community driven. I used to think that any token that launched and only had a Telegram, didn't have a website, didn't have a team or a docs, I was like, they're all scammers. And a bunch of them turned out, well, 99% of all crypto turned out to be a scam. But I understand, after trying to run the website and the community and do the streaming on top of the Telegram, I'm starting to understand that, like, oh, that might actually been a better thing. And then just turn over things to the community as it goes on. We do have quite a few amazing people here that have helped us in the community. CryptoCat has been helping a lot with things. Steve Stash, Corey, an investor, the music producers, the artists have all stepped up and really added a lot more gravitas and function to this project. So this really is a community project. I think I try to take on too much stuff that I'm not great at, which is fine when you have extra time and extra money. It's easy to work with people, pay people, and keep things running and improving. When your crypto drops by 99.99999% and then drops by 99.999% again, it's difficult to work with that budget. So we're still here. We're still waiting. We still believe there are signs of life. There's signs of hope on the horizon. Most of the hope is in evil people, believe it or not. Evil people are manipulating the price of Ethereum right now. And I think they're getting ready to put in a bunch of long positions as well. Here's the YouTube version for you guys that are not on YouTube. I know it's much easier to make a comment from YouTube. YouTube's to speed up, slow down, skip forward, skip back. And so a lot of guys like YouTube. So I keep going there, and I'll put that link here in fact, we'll share this right here. I'm just going to say 5 more days. And 5 more days live right now. We'll share that one. On Twitter. And I really do appreciate Believe in Yourself and CryptoCat and Diehard Hexagon and Eddie Pulsechain and all those people that like and repost almost everything that I put out there on the because that helps a lot. So yeah, enjoy. It's a good thumbnail up there on Twitter if you check it out. Red Squirrel's in the house. Hey, Red Squirrel, good to see you, man. There's the link to watch on YouTube. And other than that, I just got a couple minutes before work that I wanted to reach in here and try this live. I'm going to buy some dark here and mint and make sure it's working on my end live. And then maybe we'll throw another buck of Pulse at the evil address and throw another 500 dark into the treasury and lottery. I also have an update on the discrepancy between the projected dark for payouts and lottery and the payouts. So what I believe happening, and I'll share my screen to talk about this as well. What we believe is happening is if you go to our website, agproject.io, and you go to my fuel cells, it has these projections and it has these payouts, like the actual amount, and it's reading them off of blockchain, but I believe it's reading them from the wrong location. So we'll put a current price just to keep, so we don't get anyone's hopes up. But right now, all the journey ones have 1.59, about 1.6. We thought they were going to have 1.7, 1.8 at the end of the next journey. And see, right now it's projecting that there will be 1.972. The problem, I believe, is that this projected dark is looking at the total fuel cells in the lottery instead of the ones that have already been paid out. So I don't think that this is accounting for, I don't think this is accounting for the payouts that have already been made to the lottery and treasury. And I think that also applies to the lottery as well. Like, it looks at the lottery, and I think we did get the right amount of payouts so far for that. Looks like there's an evil bonus showing up here. 1,959 fuel cells minted, which is quite interesting. And yeah, this is going to be interesting. Like I said, the evil button, I can probably do this on stream here. Let's see how much how much pulse do I have in this wallet right now. Looks like this wallet has $1.36 of pulse. I might have to sell some X for pulse, or I don't know. I definitely don't want to sell my Doge actuator. I could switch some actuator into some pulse, get a few more cents. But either way, yeah, we probably want to top off our gas. But let's just try minting. Well, actually, let's go to switch.win right here where we're connected already, and we will sacrifice our 70 cents of actuator token. We're going to maximize those 70 cents that we have paid out there. And we're going to put it into, we could get 1.7 dark. That's tempting, but we need gas. So we are going to do all of our actuator, and that'll give us about 74,000 pulse. So that'll help us pay some fees here. And we'll try minting for the evil address, and then we'll trade it for the other one here. Let's confirm. Okay. So now I should have a little more pulse. Instead of $1.36, I should have about $2 a pulse. So let's sort it through. No, the 70 cents should go up there. And then we'll try minting for the evil address here. So this did say mint inactive because it was reading from the wrong database. But now I think it will. And it's only a matter of time to find out if people mint and vape. If you guys want really, really fat lotteries, the best thing to do is to mint and then wait until the second drawing. See if this scrape goes live, scrape it, and then nuke. That would give you guys much bigger payouts in the lottery than killing the baby in the cradle, as it were, right here. So let's double check here. It doesn't look like it's gone through, but I believe I have enough to go through. So we'll hit mint, and we'll mint 500 of the evil addresses right here. And I'm going to have to confirm it. It wants 51,000 pulse Excuse me. Yeah, 26 to 48 cents for me to throw 500 of these into the treasury and lottery. And then you'll see a green success button if we're successful up here on the front end. And again, like I said, you could do these things directly with the contract if you know how. If you're a coder or dev and you understand how to talk directly to the code on blockchain, you can actually do this without this front end. We just obviously knew that 99% of people need a good front end, or hopefully an easy to use front end. So there, our Evo Mint is successful. So now if we go to fuel cells and scroll down here, this should update and have another 1,000 right here. We're about 2,000 right now. There is set to be 23,374 that you can abuse that button with. You can mint that many into the treasury and lottery, which is going to help a lot with the payouts. And we'll have to come back over here with the yield forecast that we were working on earlier, because we used to come over here and figure out which payout's actually going to be the biggest, but we need to update the actual mints and the actual burns that have happened in the last few journeys with that one. So anyways, back to agproject.io. Here we go. This number will be climbing. I assume that the evil address is going to mint somewhere around 4,500. So between the mystery box and the evil address, that would be 23 plus 40, 20, 27,800. So that'd be 27,800 that are going to be minted between those two. And then of course the users, and the users are, if those 23,000 are gone, that would put this total up to about 6,800, which is still less than 10, but more than 9. 9 is still winning with the most rare. That's that's very interesting. Fun stuff. Okay, so like I was saying, sorry, I got distracted. I believe that this projection is looking at the total payout in the treasury, not the current balance. I don't think it's looking at the 223,812 right now. I think it was looking at the 59% or whatever, like what it's paid out so far into the NFTs. And there's just under 1/3 NFTs right now, just under 300,000. So that'll be bumped back up over 300,000, depending on how crazy you guys go with the evil vaporization here, how many of those you nuke, and when you nuke them. I mean, I think there's enough of you guys that are just so hair trigger crazy that you're just going to nuke them before it wins the lottery and you can scrape it. But if you know, if you've been here long enough, you know that there's a way to get more out of the evil address than before. Hey, good to see you, man. Tag team, I finished work. Oh, awesome. Tell us more. Good morning, Elizabeth. So good to see you here. Winner of Journey 10's art contest, which is very interesting. If we go to collective here, I like that he changed this to 10. So Red Squirrel is in the lead with 11 votes for J10. Actually, oh, sorry, no. He needs to change this to J11 now. Just change the 1 to 11, and this will be the first piece of art contest for Journey 11. But this is the winner of Journey 10. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Congratulations. The winner does receive 10 dark and up to 1 million reward points. So Journey 11, in fact, I'll probably just tweet that out right now. Journey 11's art contest is open now. And you know what? Actually, because we're working on the book really doesn't need to get finished so people have more story and narrative and emotions to connect to. we might switch this into a book contest where we read the book, and then whoever writes the best next chapter of the book, obviously with some framework that we're working with, not just wherever they want to take the story. I'm looking at you. I'm talking to you, Red Squirrel. We do not need sexy squirrels and sexy Sharons taking over every ship. But yeah, I think that we might want to turn it that way and kind of get the book fleshed out. I have a lot of ideas, and I do need to get some writing done, but there's another person that helped write the first part of the book that I believe really gave it that punch. And made it, I don't know, just beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, so is live now. So yeah, post your stuff here in the collective, and man, this I'm excited. Okay, so back to this one. The good news is that as far as I know, the dark isn't stuck or burnt this time. It is locked in. There's a lot of people that haven't claimed or scraped their lottery winnings, and one of our devs didn't quite understand that. He thought there should be like a timer or something that automatically makes you lose your NFT or lose your lottery. And the whole point of this was to lock as much of the supply off the market as long term as possible. And so the question is, how do you, I mean, we're doing great at locking up the supply, really good at locking up the supply. Excuse me, this one right here, dark matter. The supply of dark matter is like bleeding into the treasury. Most of all, it's 51% in the treasury. That means that like 7% of it was vaped and dumped back on the market by the one whale who's out of those NFTs. He minted, he won, I guess. He could still be winning, but the people that are still holding are still winning. And then you got 24% in the mystery box, and you've got 8% in the lottery. But some of this is burnt forever, and some of this is just earmarked for people that won the lottery and have not gone and collected. So there's a bunch of people that haven't collected their lottery winnings here in this smart contract address. And there's a lot of people that are just accumulating here with NFTs in the treasury. So part of this number, the 518,000, is the amount that you see up here, like the 220, 228, 223, 812. That's in there, and it's growing as people mint right now. So that'll go up by what's 0.8 times 23? 23 times 0.8 is like 17. So about 17,000 of just the evil address will be bumped here into the treasury. But the treasury is meant to exhaust over time. And I think we've already hit the peak, and I believe that the payments are going to go down, which means besides the evil address, participation may go down as well, which is a chance for you to not drop your participation and keep minting in these smaller ones that do get bigger slices of the pie. So even though the projection was off because it was looking at the whole number instead of just the available balance, the Journey 10s got paid a third of a dark, which is insane because it took Journey 1. Oh, I want to say it took Journey 1 like it took Journey 1 like 3 or 4 journeys to get to a third of a dark, and now it's at 1.598. So like that's a decent payout. The Journey 9's already at over half. Journey 8's at over half. Journey 7's received its one back. 6 has got its one back. 5's got its one back and some change too. So really 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10 are the only ones that have not received their original investment of one dark back. And so now these are filling with candy indefinitely, and that candy's coming off the market. The good news, or I should say, the difficult part is, how do you bring in new people? How do you add to your community? How do you add to the wallets? How do you grow the community and the project? And the answer is it's tough. I think honestly, the story that we have here, if you go to our if you go to our Telegram right here, there's the general, which I've been updating people in, and much love to SJ for asking if she knows someone that might be able to help. And then also SB DeFi mentioned Claude Code to help. So we're definitely look at those in the future. And we do want to give a big shout out to our one dev, either Meher or Lef, that did probably fix this online after all the stuff that I was working with. But if you go here, there's Rings of Dust book, which we probably just have it Rings of Dust. And the first, like this has the Google Drive link to the entire book. You can read the entire book, and a bunch of people have read the entire book. We were giving out dark and reward points at the same time. People just claiming a chapter, then they would fill out a review. I think we should just have the reviews here in this group, just because we did set up an Airtable that worked really well and kept track of everyone and all their contributions. But now I think we just look on here. This could be as good as the Airtable, because I don't even know if I have the login for Airtable again. But either way, I think this right here. So here's a poem by CryptoCat, The Fall of Dark Matter. Absolutely beautiful. And I think what we'll do is we'll just start posting the next chapter, because I think we're pretty good till chapter 13. And then there's like about somewhere between 10 and 15 chapters left in the book, depending on how in depth we go with some of the characters. And then there's also baking the tokenomics into this book and baking some Easter eggs as to what's to come in version 2 and in the future of the project. So yeah, check this out. This is amazing. And there's also 2 prequels that have been written for the book, which are quite amazing. And these podcasts that Red Squirrel put up. So yeah. I think we need to. The way to do this now is because right now, crypto and the entire world economy are kind of going sideways. They're not doing well, and people are not in a good mood, and they're not wanting to go out and gamble a bunch. So I think the way we outreach is being different and sharing the story. And if we can get that story finished, and we can get that story to audiobook, then we have a very interesting outreach tool that I really don't know of anyone else who's completely done a full narrative, a full novel of their project. There's a lot of storylines and this and that, some cartoons, or people that are, basing their tokens off previous lore like Pokemon. But the truth is, this is a lot of this is unique and original. And I think that if we hook people with the storyline, then when crypto pumps, which I completely believe it will pump, things are going good. Like, for instance, here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 67 today. As you see, people, it's almost as if they manipulated the market and took everyone's long money right there, and then took their short money right there, then took their long money right there, and then took their long money again right there. Like, yeah, this is some shenanigans going on with Bitcoin just there. But then also Ethereum is really crazy. Ethereum's down to $2,000, and its all-time high is closer to 5. Like it pretty much licked within a few $100s of 5 all the way back in 21, right? Fall of 21 was its last peak. It did make an all-time high here, but it still didn't even touch 5K. So like, yeah, on August 23rd, it did a little spike up to 48.30. That's not the X's that I'm expecting. I'm expecting Ethereum to do very, very well this cycle. Very, very, very well, because this crazy ass manipulation that we see starting around, with this insane slam down here happened around July of 22. You'll see that all of this huge manipulation, prices up and down. There's insider coercion, I believe. There's times when the Ethereum Foundation just dumps for no reason, and to us, it just seems like they're just stupid. I guarantee there's someone with a gun in their back. The Coconut Intelligence Agency, the Fancy Banana investigators, their hands are all over this. They're trying to steer this ship of power, control, and the belief in money, and continue to hold the reins of it. The evil people are filling their pockets with Ethereum right now so they can put their long positions in before it goes crazy up. Then they're going to dump on your heads. Then they're going to pump it again. This should be pretty good. Like Bitcoin did a 20x from its low to its high last time. So it went from $3,000 up to $65,000. Not bad. So if you said that this could do half of that, if the $1,000 Ethereum can do a 10x, then we're looking at $10,000 Ethereum. Maybe higher, but that's not unrealistic at all. And that's if it does half of what Bitcoin did. If it does what Bitcoin did, then the next high would be closer to $20,000. And all of this to say, we at Pulse Chain are Siamese twins. We share organs and blood vessels and arteries with Ethereum as far as how the money flows in and out of our ecosystem, along with all the other Ethereum forks. So either way, that's where the money is gonna flow from. That's a source of money and financial energy right now. And right now it's being sucked out of those two main places. They're not doing great. And so until they go on a run like this and people cash out here and start buying the altcoins, which is, it's a matter of time. I believe that'll happen, and it's going to happen fast. So not only would I tell you to plan on your Pulse, your Hex, your Doge, Dr. Doge, your actuator tokens going up, your emit farms, whatever you guys are just going crazy on. The PTGC guys, they know how to manipulate a bull market and pump, so whatever you're holding, know how much you're going to sell every time it doubles. I recommend 10% every time it doubles, right? But you whatever number works for you, because you always want to be selling something. You never want to sell everything. You always want to have this. Oh gosh, let's look at the charts. If these charts have taught us anything, right here, here's actuator and Pulse, by the way, and that's in Pulse. It's doing really good against Pulse, by the way. But if this market has taught us anything, where's our Hex price? I don't have Hex on here. That's bananas. Let's put our Hex in here. If Hex has taught us anything, here's Hex on Pulse, is that, look at this. We're looking at this scenario right here, where it was consolidating, and we were all hoping for our altcoin season. We were hoping for Ethereum and Bitcoin to bump up back here in August of 25. And we were really hoping to break up. We broke down hard. And a lot of us that had either filled our bags back here and stayed or were buying these low right here and ran out of powder. Like this, I was telling people these look like great places to buy. And I think they were, and they still are, because you could have doubled your money on some of these right here. But now we're looking at these prices down here, 0.00169. So 16% of a penny will get you a Hex right now. That's crazy. Like, always have powder on the side. That's another huge mistake that I made, is I did not take enough profit on the last bull run. And I didn't hang on to my powder because I thought that some of these deals and things that we were putting money into were the best price we were going to get. And then we got better prices and better price. So always have some dry powder, and always take profits when your stuff doubles. That's my my advice, not financial advice and blah, 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 dude on the internet, but like, it's just always hang on to some right there. Let's see, Dark and Actuator's got 1.3K liquidity, and it's done a little bounce up to 39 again. That's nice. Let's go back here to Switch, and we're going to take our, we'll take a couple bucks of PulseX. Not that I like selling, I like PulseX quite a bit. We're going to click on the dollars. And we're going to say we want $2 of PulseX, and we're going to buy, some dark right there. And so $2. I don't know why it went away, but $2 of PulseX is going to give us about 5 dark, I think. Just thinking maybe. Oh, this is 2 PulseX. It's like, yeah, you can't get anything for that. Let's do this. There we go. There's our $2. Sorry. Yeah, $2 will give us 5 right there. So we'll approve this. It's going to cost us, signed into this several times. Now it's going to give us 5. We're going to confirm it. It's going to cost us about 200 pulse. And then we'll look over here and see if those 5 show up in our wallet. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to try minting to make sure it works. Again, I got about 5 days to jump into 5 days to jump into the minting right here. Interesting. I wonder if my transactions are stuck, or if it's just going to take a second for that trade to go through. But I should get 5 dark here, which I'll throw in here. We'll try minting that, and we'll add to our thing, because I did have 8 or 9 that I minted before the front end crashed. And so we'll just add to that. In fact, you know what? Let's just see if we still have our 70 cents of actuator. We still have our 70 cents of actuator. This trade didn't go through either. So they're either stuck on chain, or I need to send some dark over here from somewhere else. I don't know, man. Let me get some more dark here real quick. We'll double check this. In the meantime, we'll let SwitchWind do its thing. Now let me check the nothing's better than some dead air for a stream. Check the comments over here. Elizabeth's in the house. Hex Glenn's in the house. Aw, spoil sport. Just minted 500. Okay, No sexy Sharons or squirrels, Max. How about the mental midget Max, an anti-hero, badly deformed by exposure to dark matter crystals? I love it. I love it. There is a character named Max who accidentally stumbles onto the fuel cell anomaly, and you can add some physical characteristics to him for sure, for sure, for sure. That's funny. That is funny. Okay, so let's see if I have this one on here. Oh, I don't have that one in here. Hang on. I should have had it to work about 10 minutes ago, but that's okay.
I gotta go open up pickleball.
What?
I gotta go open up pickleball.
Yeah, we need to get rid of Aurora. So, anyways, that wife's out to open up the pickleball building here. I like your idea. I like where you're going there. I'm still trying to send some dark matter to this address right here, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure I had it somewhere, but maybe not. There we go. Okay, this should be showing up soon. All right. All right. So I send it from another address since this one does not seem to be working right now. Buying it off switch.win. See, look, there's 33. Interesting number. 33 dark have shown up in the wallet. We're going to mint 33 and we're going to hit mint now. They've already been approved. So I always approve a large amount so I don't have to approve it every time. Then you got mint and succeed. It's going to cost me about 5 to 7 cents in pulse. And then we wait right here. We should see, look at that, 33 minted, 7,326 reward points to go towards stickers, t-shirts, posters, and candy. I don't know. Yeah, we should probably send people candy. People love candy. And then here's the leaderboard right there with the Pink Miss Well sitting on top, and Randy Larsky, no permission, sitting in second place. All right. Interesting here. That's so it is working for me. Let me know if you guys have any problems again in Telegram. And it'll be very interesting to see once the mystery box and the evil address are all minted out, how many more we have on top of that. So don't be afraid to abuse that button right there, mint. And if you get crazy and you vape it, I'm telling you, you don't want to vaporize them yet. I would wait till the next, lottery. The next lottery is going to be in 16 days. And so that means that you're going to want to wait 11 days after that. So about 26, 27 days. That's when you might want to go back and see if this scrape button is enabled. And then you can take a large amount of what is going to end up here in the lottery and bump up your paydays for the third drawing. That's a little alpha for you guys. Love you guys. I'm gonna take off and run into I'm gonna pretend just mint 500. Nice. I'm gonna go pretend to be normal for a few hours and function in society. Just turning in fantastic news. Hello. Thank you, Hugh. And Hugh's also one of the people I appreciate reaching out and saying, "Let me know what's going down." And so, with crypto down right now, and with money and people leaving Pulse Chain and crypto, it's very difficult to build community. But we have something very special here at agproject.io. And we have our story, we have art, we have tokenomics that literally are nowhere else. These don't exist. No one's brave enough or stupid enough or crazy enough to do that. Evil address is minting now. Oh, you guys are insane. Yeah. Hey, Hugh. Yeah. So we have something special here. I think it's going to turn out really good. I've been talking to some of the devs about version 2 or how things might change in the near future based on what's worked and what hasn't worked, and how we can make this an even more scarce token in the future. Other than that, I love you guys. I mean that, like, not just like a love you, but I love you guys. You guys are our family. You guys are friends. You guys are all very, 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 very valuable just in and of yourselves. You matter, and what you do matters. Just believe that. And I'm so glad to be a part of this crazy little crew of Space Cult. You guys are crazy, and I love feeding off your crazy. And maybe we can work in Telegram at having some more community involvement if anyone wants to step forward and try to take over reward points, shipping merch, anything of that nature. That would be great, because I think that if the two things that I could probably do the best with right now are focusing on the story and streaming and just letting you guys know what's going on and continuing to keep this flame burning. Other than that, like, subscribe, Billy, but no, I don't even know what the hell that means. But I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.